In the age of AI, intelligence is a commodity. Any skill advantage you have today is temporary. The only real edge left is how fast you can learn, adapt, and stay ahead. So in this video, I'm not going to give you hacks, no shortcuts, no gimmicks. Instead, I'll show you how your brain actually works and a simple learning system that can put you in the top 1%, even if you've always felt like a slow learner. But first, we need to talk about why most people fail at learning. Your brain weighs about 3 pounds, yet it burns roughly 20% of your body's total energy. The most energy-hungry part is the prefrontal cortex, the control tower of your brain. This is where planning, reasoning, and learning happen. Every new concept you force into that area increases energy demand. Glucose goes up, oxygen demand spikes. So imagine this part of your brain like a small backpack. Most people try to learn by stuffing everything inside it at once. But when the backpack is overloaded, the zipper breaks. That's why cramming feels exhausting and still produces weak results. AI can process thousands of tasks simultaneously. Your brain can't. Humans are designed for single-lane learning, one concept passing through at a time. So if learning feels hard, it's not because you're bad at it. It's because you're fighting your biology. Now here's the next truth, and this one is uncomfortable. Your brain lies to you. Researchers tested a learning system where material became harder as students improved. Students felt frustrated. They felt like they were failing. But when measured objectively, they learned twice as much. This reveals something critical. Discomfort doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Often it means you're doing it right. Neuroscience calls this the generation effect. When your brain struggles to produce an answer, it builds stronger neural connections. Your brain doesn't want ease. It wants meaningful resistance. So the question isn't, how do I avoid struggle? It's, how do I struggle correctly? For that, we need a better system. That's where the 3M protocol comes in. Map, move, merge. Let's start with the first M, map. Mapping is about reducing complexity before you consume information. Think of learning like navigating a new city. If you try to memorize every street at once, you get lost. But if you understand the main roads first, everything else finds its place. Your working memory can hold only about 4 independent ideas at a time. Anything beyond that spills over. Top learners don't carry more information. They carry better maps. So how do you map learning? First, selection. When I read a book, I don't read it cover to cover. I ask, what is the core idea this book is trying to teach? Because most books are long explanations of one insight, so I focus only on the sections that serve that idea. Second, connection. New knowledge only sticks when it connects to something you already know. Think of memory like Velcro. New ideas don't stick to smooth surfaces, they stick to hooks. Ask, what does this remind me of? Where does it fit in my existing understanding? Third, simplification. Shrink the idea. A sentence, a diagram, a metaphor you can recall while walking. If you can't simplify it, you haven't mapped it yet. Most people consume endlessly. The top 1% map before they consume. Now we move to the second M, move. Mapping gives you direction, but movement is where learning becomes skill. Here's the mistake most people make. They confuse storage with ability. Knowing more is not the same as being better. Real learning requires motion. To move knowledge into skill, you need 3 things: the timer, the test, and the tools. First, the timer. Your brain runs on 90-minute energy cycles. After that, efficiency drops sharply. So instead of long, unfocused study sessions, create protected blocks, 90 minutes of deep focus, 20 minutes of rest. Even 1 or 2 blocks per week compound massively. Second, the test. Most people study for months, then test once at the end. That's like practicing swimming without ever getting into water. Learning works best in short loops. Learn, test, adjust, repeat. Third, the tools. Tool 1, slow motion. If you're learning a skill, slow it down dramatically. Slowness exposes errors, speed hides. Tool 2, real-world exposure. Practice in safe spaces, but test in real ones. Pressure reveals gaps practice cannot. Tool 3, teach. Explaining forces clarity. If you can teach it simply, your brain has organized it properly. Now we've mapped the terrain. We've moved through it, which brings us to the final M, merge. Merging is where learning becomes part of you. Learning has 2 phases. Phase 1 is focus. You send the signal to your brain to change. Phase 2 is rest, where the change actually installs. This is consolidation. At the micro level, brief pauses matter. After intense learning, even a 10-second pause allows your brain to replay information rapidly, strengthening memory automatically. At the macro level, honor the work-rest rhythm. Rest does not mean distraction. Scrolling is not rest. I personally use non-sleep deep rest. Lying still, eyes closed, doing nothing. It looks unproductive. Neurologically, it's where learning locks in. And finally, sleep. Sleep is when your brain reorganizes what you learned, strengthening what matters and discarding what doesn't. We've forgotten something ancient. You can't harvest land endlessly. The soil must recover. Your brain is no different. So remember this: stop racing others. There will always be someone ahead. Stop judging yourself while you're learning. You can't be the performer and the critic at the same time. And give it time. Learning is not a straight line. It's a rhythm. If you respect that rhythm, there is nothing you cannot learn and nothing you cannot become. This is the 3M protocol: map, move, merge. If this helped you, subscribe. Thank you. I love you.